Day 8. This officially starts week 2 of the 77-day stillness. So, as I said yesterday, I'm going to call this Sacred Sunday. I guess every Sunday is going to be Sacred Sunday. Just because, right? But it's because I want us to put intention of what we're going to be doing in stillness this week. And so I'll start off there. This week, my stillness is just to even let go more. To trust the process. So the last week has been fortunately awesome. I mean, and even the first 3-4 days, a lot of things just came out of me. To let go, to give up, to think of something in a different way, a different perspective. And I feel such a lightness. At the same time, again, all the videos kind of points that I'm in a space where I'm just like sliding, right? But it came to me the other day where a lot of you guys are looking for the spectacular, like, oh, day 1 doesn't work, forget about this. The thing about stillness or anything else is what my Pop Creflo used to say. The consistency is the key to breakthrough, okay? Consistency. So if you're skipping days, I mean, that's again up to you, but the compound effect of you doing stillness and you getting to yourself and you being in a moment where it's just you, God, and yourself, it's amazing what can happen. And I don't want to paint a picture like everything's going fine. Because right now, if I was back in my natural sense like before, I'll be like freaking out because there's a lot of things that are coming my way. But the thing is, because of my upbringing, the people who raised me, I believe in spiritual laws. I believe in principles, laws that are tight. So even though I'm walking a tightrope, I know the tightrope won't let me go, even though I'm not walking with a safety net under me. I don't believe in a safety net. So while you're looking for the spectacular, I don't want you to look for like, man, day 1, day 2, wow, this happened. Then day 3, nothing happens. It's a lull. Day 4, nothing happens. Day 5, something happens because you're always attuned to the spectacular. What I want you to be more attuned with is the supernatural. Supernatural sometimes, like I had a pain in my back. Right? Somewhere here, just in the pant, like last week. And I said, what's going on? I didn't bump it, I didn't do any strenuous activities, but I went into my stillness also. I put the tension there. And I think what came out was like, I'm not sure now, I have to check my journal, if it was a relationship that was part of it. But then I addressed that, I loved it. And I continued taking my, supplements and good food, rest. But now it's gone. It's long gone. It's no more. So look for the supernatural, because one supernatural is like, again, as a farmer sows the seed, it does not go back every day and check like, oh, how tall is the thing growing? No, but one day it grows out and they harvest it. So treat your stillness as a supernatural process, but not spectacular. Don't worry, people will notice the difference, but that's not why you're doing this. I mean, you're doing this for yourself because I've been in a place where loads of money, got the attention, have some bit of fame, and the emptiness inside is something that you cannot fill with all those things. And that's why a few years ago I've been searching for like the inner peace part. And by the way, I am a Christian. I believe I follow the one and only Jesus Christ. I believe in the Heavenly Father, the whole shebang. But I noticed even the Christian world, the church world, they're not living the peace that God promised. And that's when I started bumping into the thing called presence. The presence of God is everything. I mean, that's what filled this thing called self-esteem. That's what cured it. That's what cured my insecurity. That's what cured my need for applause and approval and validation. And that's why even now, I kind of am in a place of holographic where I know I'm in the process of becoming, and it's almost like I don't recognize who I was even in 2016. But it's because I just trust the process where God's saying it's okay. It's okay to relate with people in a manner where you're not used to before. And it's the thing is, you gotta trust the process, and you have to go through the process to kind of come out at the other end better than you looked, better than you felt, better, right? So yeah, but I want to talk to you guys who emailed me for some wisdom and something. And I just have to say, there are a lot of you who message me on Facebook. I don't know why you're so shy to just comment down below. I mean, that's why this space is there, so that we could just, I'm hoping that there's some kind of trust where you can be vulnerable and do that. Because 2 years down the road, 5 years, even a year, people will be coming into this STILLENCE and they'll see, oh, that's Jersey. Man. I mean, it's not, we can't be ashamed of our process of becoming, because that's again attached to the ego, that you want people to think you're perfect. You want people to think that you got life a-okay. And even myself, I don't have life a-okay, because how do you think I should handle life? Because the thing, life is handling me. I am bigger than life, but at the same time, I allow life to flow through me, because that's the only way that I could find a balance between life that uses me to do what it wants to do. And that's why life has somebody to do that with, and that becomes magic. But to the different comments, I just want to address this. The part of you where I know some of you are saying, like, I understand, because I've been that place where, oh God, I'm not being ungrateful here. I thank you for all that you've done. I thank you for the situation I'm in. I thank you for the blessing, the miracles. Thank you for the people. But God, I cannot continue to live like this. And I don't want you to think that I'm ungrateful, but because I am. But the thing is, you need to allow me. I've been there where we're crying out to God, because you were meant for something more. And that has been mostly like my whole life's obsession, is really finding out. It's not the purpose, it's not so much. That's why I came up with a thing called a difference, because nothing else made sense to me except the DNA that was implanted before birth. And I was likening it to an oak tree, right? So again, the oak tree and the acorn, everything the acorn needs to be an oak tree is already in the DNA of the acorn. Now it just needs the light, the water, the air. And I see those elements as people like mentors, books. I believe God has a time capsule, a time sequence where you need to go through these things for it to develop in you, right? Because a lot of things that I'm doing now, I had no idea I'll be doing this, but I just kept following my path on what fed me. The things that fed me, I continue to feed upon it. I invested my money on people, places, things that made me feel alive, I invested more money on beach than I do in the city. I invested more in my nutritionals than I do with. I invested in food, organic stuff. I invested in, learning, education, and I paid people who I consider my coaches and mentors, and they help me out, because I'm telling you, one day with a coach or mentor will erase 3 years of frustration and labor, and I've always believed that. And even now in this time, I know that God is transitioning me, getting me to the right team, getting me to the right place where things could flourish in His manner of speaking. So I'm asking you to not give up. Do not give up just because it's a catchphrase. I'm not saying that. I'm saying do not give up, because there is something so valuable in you that if you don't live it out, okay, if you do not challenge yourself, and yes, you're going to go through the stress, frustration, if you do not weigh it out, the whole world will live without a valuable gift, which is you. And I'm talking to you because you are a gift that the world is dying, is seeking. I've heard many people say, where have you been all my life? You're exactly what I need. This is exactly what I need. And it does not pinpoint to me. It pinpoints to God's like genius, where he knows someone's there, and I'm going to plant Jersey if he does what if he believes in me and he believes in himself, I'm going to connect them, and the answer is there. Solution. So you are a solution to somebody else's problem. All right. So it's a beautiful sunny Sunday. I love the days when the palm trees sway, and it's a beautiful day. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow. This is the start of week 2.